Okay, so this is a tutorial on Canva on how to create a design like this. And the aim of this short tutorial, or you can say it's a long one, but less than an hour, I guess, it's to actually show you how you can work with can work with Canva templates to come up with a design like this and make it beautiful. So if you are interested, you can further proceed as we go through the class. So I just hope you find it valuable. Okay, so I just want to create a design based on the content I was given by a friend to come up with something with these things. So this is the content of the design, and this is just a description of how the logo is here. That's AYMEYS. Then you have the image of the speaker and the theme and the activities surrounding it. So I brought out this template earlier. If you notice from some previous tutorials, I use this template as some key points of explanations. But nonetheless, I want to follow through either of these templates to come up with a design that suits this. Remember, I talked about earlier on about, if you've watched my earlier videos, I talked about knowing how to use templates. So this is an example of the best way to use a template. So you can just follow through. I may not talk too much because I'm trying to come up with a design. So let's get started. So the first thing that I need to do is to ensure that this design, I remove the background, so it's yellow already. So what I just need to do, I want to take note of this yellow background. So if I want to take note of the yellow background, I just want to use an element, sort of like a shape. Just drop in the shape. Okay, this is the shape. Okay, the shape has taken the color of the yellow. I just want to drop it there. It's not any big deal. Now since I use Canva Pro, so I just need to edit photo and remove background. That's the start, and I need to know which template would actually work for it. So I have removed the background. Let's see. Okay, let me copy. I don't know which to use. For this, I don't really feel I want to use this. For this, let's try. So this is what you actually do when it comes to working with templates. I'm just showing you a very simple way you can actually do so. So this is what I've done. So what next? I can right click and go to what do you call it? Show layers. Canva do have something called show layers. This image is the image of that guy, but this is the new. Okay, this image is the image of the man. Look at what I want to do. I want to move it down to where this man is, right here. I've done so I can now delete this guy. You see, let's see if it works. Then this color, we have our yellow. Is that the color of this yellow? Let's see. Okay, that's it. We have our yellow. What other color can we use here? Yellow. And okay, based on this, I have a bit of yellow and deep blue. Let's try out deep blue, but I have to look for that logo. So I have to go to Google, and AW is Adventist Youth. Yeah, Adventist Youth. So I'll look for that, and the images. When you are searching on Google, just go through images. So this is the logo. Is it clear? It is clear. All right, just have to copy image and paste. Let me just drop it somewhere here first. Ctrl V. Okay, this is the image. So all right, I think this image actually sets a tone for the color we would want to use. So rather than using this yellow, why don't I use a different shade of yellow? This is the image. All right, then let's pick out, let's see, this green. Let's pick out a blue. Let's see what works. Okay, or this is actually better, but this yellow, it is too, so we have to stick with this man's yellow. It's better off here. So now I have done this also, it's the orange, so I need to be sure what yellow is this. Okay, this is the man's yellow. Okay, that's the yellow that follows the background. So the beautiful thing is that Canva automatically gives you some colors. So that's one thing you should learn when you are trying to use colors. Use colors as much as possible, match with the image you would want to use. Very, 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 very important. Okay, now I have done this, and for text I think I can use the dark background. I need to be sure. Okay, this is the color. Wow, no, or is that it? No, it's not. So what color is this? We looked for it earlier on. Okay, sorry, we have to select this. Okay, this is a color, so I know it, so I have to come back here. This is it. All right, so that's the color. What next? Register now. Do we actually need this? Let's see. We don't need the register now, so I can simply remove the register now, the background. I just have to delete. Okay, we are getting somewhere. So what was the speaker's name? Okay, we have the speaker, so that's Pastor Ray Kessis. So let's put that here, Pastor Ray Kessis. So if that is so, we do not need this, so let's make this a bit bigger. So the thing is that when working with templates, you mustn't use every detail, you understand. And looking at this also, I can decide to reduce. I'll show you something. I've decided to reduce this, right? Just now that I've done this, what next? Just increase this, or I mustn't increase too much, but let's say I have to reduce. Select this, just push. Okay, so well, this is it. Well, it seems the previous one is better. So this is the thing about design, you just have to keep reiterating, try out things. So from what I see, the previous is better. So let me delete this and just increase this, which will be okay for us. Okay, all right, then we have the theme. What is the theme? My circle influence amplified. So my circle of influence, or my circle of influence amplified. If that is it, what can we do? What elements can we use? I'm just trying to teach you how you can use template. When working with templates, you mustn't stick to one. That's the interesting thing about working with templates. So let's say I delete this. We don't need this. What we actually need is the logo, but my circle of influence amplified. So I just need to put this, my circle of influence, possibly, yes, that is what I need. So I can work out with templates that I have before. You see, this is a template I have before, my circle of influence amplified. What font is actually here? We have Amsterdam one, but what about this other one? Okay, this is League Gothic. So I think both will work. Let's try it out. So let's say Ctrl+CV, amplified. So my circle of influence. So here we can use League Gothic. Now League Gothic only works best for me on caps lock. So let's say I've increased it on caps lock, but there's something I did. earlier on that template, which is a spacing. See, letter spacing, sometimes reducing the letter spacing actually adds to beauty. You see how this reducing the letter spacing, bringing this text closer, gave it a bit of beauty. So the amplified, I can then use Amsterdam 1. Let's see how it works. 1 over 2. Amplify over 4 over 1. Let's see if it actually works. Oh, sorry. It seems it won't work. No. So if it's not going to work, yes, I have this one here. What is this? Gistesi. So I think I can try Gistesi. So if I'm going to try that, my circle of influence, amplify. So what I want to do is, this is what I would want to do. Break this into 2 lines. Control A. Yes. My circle of influence. Then perhaps I want to use a different font. Let me say I want to use Leagues pattern. This is Leagues pattern. Okay. I want to reduce, but I need to reduce the, you call this line spacing between the 2 texts. I want to reduce it to like 1 or 1.5, 1.15 or 1.146, anyone. Okay, I've done this. Then this I can put amplified. Let's see if it works. Well, it seems it was going to work, but let's see. My circle of influence amplified. Supposed to work. So if it's going to work, but the color is dull. If we choose no, we need to stick to the color that it has. So this is what I would possibly do. Choose this color that is close to it. But it doesn't really make sense. Let's try another font. Breathing. Does breathing. So what you need to do is just reduce the text, put it on its own to check the readability. Gistesi. How about Miss Truly? Miss Truly seems to be better amplified. Yes, Miss Truly seems to be better than the others. I have Buffalo here. Buffalo. No. So let's stick with this and see. If I'm going to stick with this, this is what I want to do. I need to put it so that you understand, like, okay. So if that is so, let's see. My circle of influence amplified. So now if I'm going to do this, now I want to Control CV. Now in this text, what I want to do is there's what you call effect. I want to create an effect like this, but here I'm going to use white. Now watch something. I'm going to use white and I will increase the thickness at least just by, let's say, 80. You can just simply type 80. Now let's see, 80 seems to be okay. My circle of influence amplified. Okay, but it's covering the letter F. So the thing is that about design, you want to make it readable as much as possible. So let's see. What if I reduce and okay, I'm doing this now. My circle of influence amplified. So I just want to do something. Let's see if I can reduce letter spacing. Yes, a bit. Okay, so I've done this. Now what it gives me is giving me the to kind of place it. But you see there is a problem, which is the text. This text needs to be visible. So it's kind of, I'm left with something to position it in a way that the text is actually clear. So I think, let me just delete this first. Amplified. Let's say I push it a little bit. Push it a little bit. Okay. But now amplified. So let's push through. Okay. My circle of influence amplified. So all I need to do is Ctrl C V. Now this, just to make it, what I need to do here now is reduce. In fact, not even reduce, take the color and use this color. Now it seems to be one, it doesn't look good, so just leave it this way. My circle of influence amplified. But what color of text are we going to use here? So are we going to stick with, wow, it's too bright, or let's see, or should we stick with a different color? Okay, this gray seems to be looking good. All right, let's see. My circle of influence amplified. So I have to delete this first. I don't need this. I don't need this for now. Ctrl Z. Oh, sorry. So I have, remember, I have different layers of design. So what am I going to do with this? Lock. Let me just lock this. Now what lock does is, watch. You see, I'm not able to select this, so it frees me to actually move without interfering. So my circle of influence amplified, and now all I need to do is select. If I want to move everything constantly, so I can just group them and push. I'm using my mathematical eyes to ensure that these designs align with these ones at the bottom there. You understand? So that they are more like in the same line. I know there's a button on Canva. I don't know what that is, if it's Ctrl Shift R, but let's see. I don't know what that could be. I have forgotten. Maybe it's view, interface scale, no, tab, window, help, file, edit. I can't really remember anyways right now. But anyways, so we've done this, but the next thing we have to put is the theme. We have to put the theme. We have to put the theme. So what is the theme we have to put now? Which is this theme, because this is the theme. Now what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So theme. We are going to use a theme, and where would we put that? We put that at the top here. Ctrl V, theme. But obviously we need to give it a design. That's something. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do now? Theme. Do I have any previous design how theme was placed here? Do I have? Okay, topic. Okay, this is not a bad idea. I will show you how it is done. Topic. Okay, let's try it out. So for theme, all I need to do is use the effect, this one here. So this is it, and I just need to make the text bold. It's too, yes, it's okay. Now I just need to increase a bit and just leave it, or I think I can reduce the boldness. And if I'm going to reduce the boldness, let's see the effect. We have the roundness and we have the spread. So let me reduce the spread a bit. All right. So now let me make it bold. If I'm going to make it bold, then this is what I should do. You see, give it a light. It shouldn't be too dark, too black. It should, because it's not the center of focus. So let's say no, white is bad. If you notice from the image, there is a brown. Remember I told you. So what if I try brown here? Wow. You see why we need to be observant? Brown seems to be a bit better here because it's brown. So for this, let's just stick with the dark gray. Okay, the dark gray. But using this color now, what does that mean? Is it better? For me, I still prefer this, the gray color. But anyways, then I can use theme here. If I'm going to use theme, then it's good that I use the brown here. Let's see. What are we taking note of? But let's Ctrl Z. My circle of influence, theme amplified. So this is it. Now the next thing I want to do is, of course, the date. So what is the date? The date is 12th November to 18th November. So look at what I would need to do. 12th to 18th November. Okay. Okay, November 2023. You see, 12th of November starts when? Starts on Sunday. So I have to put Sunday. You get Sunday. Then I don't know, maybe there should be a time. So I don't know if there is a time, but if there is no time, the thing is, like I said, you mustn't use all the content. So let's say I have to duplicate just in case. It's good you duplicate templates just in case you need something. So I'm going to delete this now. I just have only this. So if I have only this, how am I going to arrange it? That's the thing. Well, that's why we can use this. So I have to just copy this. I'm teaching you how to use different templates together. Different templates together. So what I want to do is simple. Ctrl C, Ctrl C. So come in. Okay, so the second part of this, I would just want to copy these areas to use. So I can actually paste that here. So these are the elements I would want to use. They have a color. So let's see if I'm able to change. Okay, just one portion I'm able to change. Okay. First of all, the color we would want to use, it's a color that is close to our choice of color. So let's say I'm using this color, and so that means I have to use similar colors for all of them. I think this is the one I chose, right? I think so. So now for this also, you can notice how I am kind of using different templates to come up with a design. So I can naturally come up with a design by myself, but I'm just using different templates. So this is actually 12th to 18th of June. So all I need to do is reduce this text to fit into it. So then this should be November. So I think I have to do it the way I did this, which will be November 2023. So this is what I'm going to do. This is a full date. So I do not know about time, so I could just simply delete. Now this I would want to increase the text just to now doing this. I need to give this color which I have already. Okay, so I just need to select both and kind of drag them to the middle. Okay, now you see how I drag them to the middle. So I just need to select this, select this, select this, and select this. And to make it easy for me, I would have to group. Okay, so this I have copied. I think I can now delete this. I can now delete this. So I can delete this and use this. So you see how I'm changing elements. How I am changing elements, which actually is the goal of it, to ensure that everything fits in. So currently I don't know, Canva seems to be hanging, but I wish I could finish this tutorial through this process, but let's see. So let's say this is the date. We already have the date. So what next is here that we need? Okay, activities. So how are we going to arrange the activities? We need to put it somewhere in here. So possibly we can use a line here. Remember the earlier template, it had somewhat like a line, a divider. So I think we can use a line. Now the line can be on a different color. I don't know, possibly yellow or possibly the gray. Then the thickness, which is the line width, I could give 8. Let's see. Then I can simply reduce this. So I'm holding shift so that it maintains the linear. If I do not hold shift, what happens is that it will be going up and down. So I'm holding shift to ensure that it is straight. You get. So this is it. So I'm just trying to push through. Canva is currently on the hang mode, but let's see what we can still do. Okay, since we've created space for the activities, we have to then arrange it. So what I want to just do is select these activities, just highlight everything here, Ctrl C, and come here and paste. Now these are the activities. So I just need to left align. Then I think I can use bullet points or bullet points. So then activity is supposed to take its own menu. So let me rearrange. All right, so I don't really need these other ones, these hyphens. Okay, so now doing this, now notice if I'm going to arrange this, you see more or less what is happening. So what can I do? So first of all, let me just make everything okay. Evangelism, Syncspiration. Wow. All right. Zoom meetings, daily Zoom meetings, youth Sabbath, Sabbath prayer night with a live Kenya. So what I want to do now is make this bold. Let's see. All right. Or I can use leaks pattern. Let's see if leaks pattern works for me. Leaks pattern. Remember, that's the font we are using earlier on for this title. But let's see if it's going to work. Leaks pattern. No, it's too bold. It is too bold. And I don't really like this. Is new. Let's see. Okay. What if we try new? This is new. Okay. All right. Okay, let's try some effects first. Outline. Let's give it a white outline. and giving it a white outline. Now I'm trying to achieve something. So I've given this a white outline, so probably I could increase. Now I have increased, but I think I need more outline. Let's see. All right. Or what about this? Will it work using white? Okay. Spread. Okay. There's no way out. We just have to manage the spread. All right, let's see. Okay, this should have been better, but it's not working well. It's not working well. So what can we do? Creativity. So I think these are the limitations of Canva. So by the way, so that's why there are some designs I would want to do. Canva is not my go-to. So let's just stick with this. Choose the white and increase. Now it looks a bit local because the edges are sharp. So possibly I could just Ctrl Z. In fact, no effect. Go to effect, none. Let's see first of all what we can do. The new is a bit thick. New. If I stick to Montserrat is a bit light. And if I stick to medium is okay. Semi-bold is okay. Bold is okay. So let's say I choose semi-bold. I have to, the spacing is too much for me. Letter spacing. I can just reduce it a bit. Alright. Okay. Now, I've done this. So I just need to put activities. So how am I going to put activities? Let's use this and see if it's going to work. Yes. Activities. Let's see. Okay. I think I push. I think I'll push this up a bit. This line also. This text, what am I going to do? Because of, so let's see if I know using another color. Let's stick with what we have. Just go back. I just have to move things down a bit so there will be space for the event program, the logo itself. So what I want to do right now is just select everything here. And move it down. Okay. Move it down a bit. I have to move it a bit up. Let's move it a bit up. The reason is I just want, that's when I design little details matters. I just want this, yes, this button not to overshadow the text, though we are not yet done. So I need this logo. Just put it down here. This is the logo, but we have MAYS. Okay, so I have to put MAYS. I do not know what that means, but that's what I was told to do. Select, Ctrl C, MAYS. So just have to go ahead with leaks pattern. Seems to be a better font for this. Then I increase, put it here. So you see how these spacings are. If it was Illustrator, all I need to do is convert this to an outline, then use manually to balance the spacing between text. But it's not like that on Canva. So when you're a professional designer, you actually see the limitations of Canva, which I am currently seeing. So that's why I advise, if you want to become a professional designer, then Canva shouldn't be your starting tool. Yeah. So we'll need this shape. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. We actually need the shape. Okay, this is the shape. What we want to do now is, okay, there is no option of, let's rotate. Yeah, we have to rotate to 90 degrees. Now we've rotated. The next thing we want to do, it's good to zoom in your design to just see what's going on. Now what I will want to do is take this to the back, layer, send to back. Now I have sent to back. Now this is the idea, to make it smaller. Make it smaller. No, don't make it smaller. That's the idea. Now if I'm going to do this to make it smaller, I just need to increase here and move it. So sorry, Canva has hung again. I don't know what's happening. I could close, but Canva seems to be hanging. Well, so this is what we want to do here. You see, now we just need to move in a bit, then possibly move this in a bit. Yeah, so we're doing this. We just need to select this color. We can pick from the logo. This is the blue. Okay, and here we choose white. That's what we will do. And now select everything here, right click, and you group. Now I can shift it a bit, then make it a bit bigger. Okay, now I've made it a bit bigger. So you have the logo. Am I missing anything? Oh, Youth Week. Okay, Youth Week. So how are we going to do that? I think it's simple. What we just have to do is add the Youth Week here. So what we need to do is, I'll borrow some elements like this element, Ctrl C, come here and paste it here, then move it close. Now this is what I want to do. So moving it close, then I'll look for a text, a simple text. Let's say this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now you have youth, Ctrl C, V. You have week. Now this is what I want to do for youth. I'll remove this, then look for something. Should we use mystery? Do we use no? Okay, what other design can we use? Youth or Amsterdam 1? Amsterdam 2? No. So perhaps buffalo. Let's see, I just need to zoom in here. Is it worth it? No. What other font can I use? We have limitations right here. So I do not know what font to use, but that's why design can be stressful, because you have to think through what you actually want to use. But rather than that, how about just making it simple, which is go back to this font and just make it caps lock back. Now we've done that, then just increase this. Let's see. So let's see what happens. Use week. Yes. Okay. Okay, so since I've chosen youth week, I just need to give it a real color based on this. Yellow, no. I could give it a blue here, and I could also give it a blue here. But what if, what color can I give here? Should I give a dark blue? Okay. Or should I give a light blue? Or should I give black? Possibly black with this. Then let's see how it looks from afar. Okay, use week. So now in design you need to be a bit mathematical sometimes. I just want to shift, don't mind me, shift it a bit. Then I just want to do something. Now if you notice what I did, I just tried to match this K and the H together in one line, then put this together. Now I've done this line, it's actually okay. We have youth week themed. So now what happens is, over here I want to push down a bit. The reason is so that I give enough space for the youth week sort of, and we have activities. We have the date already, so now this is the date. But I feel this calendar seems to be better. Yes, so I can actually delete this and put this one that is better. So you see, now I have put this that is better. All I need to do is change color to something that fits in, maybe to this blue or to the brown. Let's say blue. Now the only thing next is this guy. How are we going to do it? So I think we can use this effect. We'll have to fall back to this effect, and using this effect I just want to give it white. I want to give it white. Now I have given it white. You see, even on Canva it seems there are some designs that are better than some fonts rather are better than some. I think the previous font we used did not give a beautiful alignment like this, but this one actually did. So now since this is so, I can just increase a bit. Now I have increased, then I just need to move, you see, move it inside. If you notice, I'm trying to match the yellow. I'm trying to match the yellow. Okay. Sorry for that. So just have to move now. Okay, so you see I'm trying to balance this yellow and the white on the same line together. Then activities, I can make it a bit bigger. If I'm going to do that, even this, hold shift to elongate it a little bit. Okay, it's hanging, but let's just be patient. Okay, it's a little bit too long, so I have to just Ctrl Z. I think it's fine. It's fine. Then I'll go through, reduce. So I think this is actually okay. So this is just a tutorial. You see how we were able to come up with a design like this. I didn't really make much changes, you understand? So I just went through ahead with the templates that we have, and I made good use of it. So I could even decide that, okay, this icon, I can give it a different color, let's say brown, and let's give this color some brown. Okay, you see this color brown matches this, it doesn't match. So what color can I use here too? I could use white. You get that? I could simply still use yellow, different variation of yellow, to make it pop out. If I'm going to use yellow, it's wise for me that as a designer I can leave here brown. So you see how it is. Everything is now okay. So you can further improve, but this is just an example of how you can actually make a design out of existing templates. So I hope it has been helpful, so you can further go ahead and explore. So you see, from what we did not just make use of one template, we actually made a combination. I think we took an idea from here, two ideas from here, and I don't know where else we took ideas. I think that's just the only part, then the first template. So it's just to show you how you can actually work with templates. So I hope it has been helpful. So if you have any questions, you can simply let me know and I'll do well to answer. Thank you.